It is March 20th, 2015. You know, I started the field report October 17th, 2007. And there were many things, many reasons why I wanted to do it, but definitely never for any selfish reasons, you know. And what I've learned over the late years is some heartbreaking stories, and then there were some real triumphant moments. But, you know, today I was not prepared. Now, I'm going to kind of walk you through I started out this morning, and I did a short recording in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through my day. I kind of did a little bit here and there, but I just want to walk you through.
2015. It is March 19th, 2015. I'm headed down to Shanksville, Flight 93 Memorial. I haven't been here really since I started the field report. And, you know, I am flooded with emotions again. You know, like I'm looking at the town from a different perspective. It was almost 7-8 years since the last time I was down here. And I started the field report with the inspiration because of the tragedy that happened to America on 9/11/2001. And, you know, that was stirring in me for a while, but having decided to come down here today, I think, you know, I didn't expect to be emotional, and, you know, it's just a little patriotic town, you know, and it's way out here and part of, you know, mid part of Pennsylvania, so, you know, having come down here, I can really speak to something and take pictures and, you know, maybe see some people that I haven't talked to in a while. Only a few people I know down this way, but actually one, to be honest with you. But I'm headed down to Shanksville. It's about 5 miles from where I'm at now. I'm trying to think of where I'm making my turn here. Okay, so yeah, I'm headed down here to Shanksville. Hopefully, if I get to talk to Father Alfonse, who runs the Flight 93 Chapel, he was the one that I first interviewed, and I got an opportunity to talk to him plenty of times on Blog Talk Radio. But, you know, it's been a while, and we'll see what happens. But signing off here for the field report, and I'll be back for more updates after this.
Well, it kind of sounded weird that I was going to say updates because I don't know, it just came out of my mouth. But as the day rolled on, and then
All right, I am just now coming up to the Flight 93 Memorial, and I have yet to come here, and hopefully it's not closed off to the public, but it looks like it's open. Let's see, here we are. Hi, is it open to the public, the park?
We actually closed at 4:30.
Oh. Darn it.
Our last entrance is in at 4:30, I should say.
4:31.
I'm sorry?
It's 4:31.
well, that was the kind of day I was having. But I've had a lot of days like that. But this was definitely the part of the day where after I got off the phone with the park, or, you know, shut that off with the park ranger, I went to ask him if, you know, if he knew where the church was, because I haven't been down that way, how to get the easiest way to get to the UA Flight 93 Chapel to talk to Father Alfonse, and he regrettably told me that Father Alfonse had passed away, and I gotta get a hold of myself. You know, I want to have the right words to say, you know, but he was, you know, there was a lot of heroic things people did the day of 9/11, but in the backdrop there was these people that just kind of did whatever they thought they could do to help, like just the little things, like all through this, this experience. But Father Alfonse was a different type of hero to me. And so sorry. I wasn't going down there expecting to hear this, like that was the last thing I was expecting, I was, I typically, you go down to a place like that and, whatever, I don't know what to say. So I got the whole story that he had passed away. It's been well over a year, almost actually 2 years. And I was wondering why he hadn't returned my call. I thought to myself, like, maybe he's just busy. And I didn't think that, but I tried to wrap my head around that. And, I've had some real hard things happen, but, the whole experience for all of us for Flight 93 and, the whole 9/11 attack, I just try to run through my head and try to process all that. But really all I can remember now is like bits and pieces of what we went through during that period. Like there was a gap of time that we try to fill up so much of our free time and just try to know and learn so much. But at the time, up to the time I started the field report, and I really believe that this was God's way of saying it's time to close this door. And I think it is time. I think it's time for me to put some things behind me, and I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I haven't had a whole lot of support. So, it was a good idea in the beginning, but sometimes things have a lifespan of a certain period, and then it's time to move on. And in my own way, I will. I don't know. I think this would definitely probably kickstart it. When I tried to do the radio thing, I wasn't that great at it. And I just wanted to kind of be sincere about things. And, sometimes things come off so insincere on radio. You have to know that your audience is this and that, and everybody has different opinion. Oh, yeah, trying to make sure you don't say it the wrong way. And what ends up happening is, I might not have been cut out for the radio part of it. I've discovered that photography was really my thing, and I really liked that. And so I decided to kind of move the radio thing aside and do these little updates from time to time, because I thought, well, at least I get to explain things better. It's a lot easier than typing it. But what I find myself is I've been kind of sorting it out, and I know there's a lot more people that get a lot more views, and I obviously do not have anything fantastic to show you. It's very generic here. So, but it's been going home. I was a little woozy. I hate to say it. Sometimes things hit you, and I guess I wasn't expecting. I was a little weak all day. It was like a vacuum. But I know that Father Alfonse was in a good place. I definitely know that for sure. He was a good soul. So, no doubt. He's a reverend, But his story was interesting because he, out of nowhere, he just kind of took this abandoned church and turned it into a chapel. And his sincerest desire was that as long as the victims and the families had somewhere to go to just have some quiet time. So he built this garden, and if you go to my Facebook page at the Field Report, it's there, pictures of the garden and it's really, really touching to watch everything that I knew he had his hand in some way. And then I was looking at the picture. I was taking these pictures, and they were the most brilliant pictures I've ever seen. And I can't believe my camera took that, much less me, you know. And, you know, God was really there. And I was thinking about the victims and families, what that must have gone through their mind. You know, there's been a lot of things have happened since then, and life kind of happens. But those things sometimes hit you at different times, and it just really, I've been overwhelmed by this experience. You know, I wasn't going down there thinking that, haven't gone there before. You know, it's like you go through this thing, and then you kind of see all the images you might have, like memory, you know, they're like chiseled in your memory bank somewhere. But, you know, you don't see them every day, and seeing that was an experience. So much less. Been a very interesting day. Rest in peace, Father Alfonse.